Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Power Addiction. Today, I'm going to diagnose the limp mode in my S55 AMG. Yes, it went to limp mode. Like, story of my life. If you would like to know why not to buy a Mercedes, you see this series of videos that I'm going to put the link in the description. Do not buy a Mercedes, especially not an old one.
It's very easy to check why your vehicle is in limp mode when you have the right tool. If you do own an old European vehicle, it is very important that you invest in a good scan tool, because in times like these, a tool like that will come very handy. In one of my previous video, I did a full scan of the vehicle and it came with about 21 body module codes, and those codes are still here. So I'm not going to be bothered about them. I do have some ABC code and SRS codes. They're still here. I'm not going to be bothered about them. It's just the matter of being okay with XYZ amount of codes in this car, and I will only focus on codes that really affects the performance and the drivability and the safety of this vehicle. I also had a check engine light on, and the reason was the catalytic converters were below efficiency. I'm not going to be bothered about that because it won't really affect the performance of the vehicle, but I am interested to see any new codes that added to the system that didn't exist before. Alright, so the scanning is done and there is one new code. Let's see what's inside this code. Looks like it's the accelerator positioning sensor, and the reason for the code is there's a grounding error. I have a feeling the electrical connectors are clogged up with some sort of rust or salt because it's in your foot pedal. There's two steps that I'm going to do. First, I'm going to clean the sensor, put it back on, clear the code. Let's see if it goes away. If that doesn't work, I guess I'm going to have to pull the trigger on a new sensor, replace it, and get it done. Stay tuned on my channel for upcoming videos on how to pull the accelerator positioning sensor on your Mercedes S-Class, and I'm going to diagnose it and possibly change the whole sensor and reset the code, and then the vehicle is going to be out of the limp mode. So please hit the like and subscribe button and stay tuned.
Alright, so we're gonna see how we can take this the accelerator positioning sensor. Now, if you look here, the sensor is going to be, let's get some more lights. That's the sensor right there. That is the sensor that we're looking for. And right over here, there's another sensor. Now, the way we're going to get to it is taking this whole piece off. So if you can notice, if you move this, That's the sensor that collects the signal. That's how you bottom out. Now, taking it off is actually pretty easy. There's this rubber boot over here that you just pry it out. I'm going to use a flathead. Come on. There you go. That's gone. And right under there, as you can see, it's just a 10 mil. I was actually surprised that I got that 10 mil out from an angle. Wow. Do keep in mind it wasn't tightened that well. It was just probably, looks like it was just hand tightened. And once you pull this, it should just come out. Where did that come from? Oh, yeah. That's how it will just come out. Now, once it comes out, these are the two wires you need to unplug. And I'll be back once I do. Okay, that's how it looks like when it's out. My problem in this one is that sensor. I hope I can find just this piece, because the whole piece is kind of expensive. It's about 320 Canadian dollar. The cheapest I found was Rock Auto. That was about 220, and then shipping and everything, it will be close to 280 by the time I'm done with everything. So yeah, I hope I just find this piece. A lot of people actually recommend replacing the whole piece, because there is two sensors after all, this one and that one. Once one goes, the other one follows. So well, if I find a better deal on this piece somewhere else, I'll probably cash out and get the whole thing. Alright, so ideally I should be getting this part. I have looked around. It's not really cheap. It's about the cheapest I found was $200, unless I go for dumpster diving. What I realized was this connection was kind of salty and crusty. So, and the code was for this unit, but specifically the code was for a grounding error. What I'm planning to do is clear the connectors, put some dielectric grease, and let's see if that works. Well, I just put some dielectric grease and started the car again, and I guess I'm just gonna have to buy the part. Thank you for your time. You have made it to the end of the video, and please like and subscribe for more awesome video. That's how I diagnose the Limp in this S55 range. Please like and subscribe. I don't have any money. Your views and those ads and YouTube pays for everything, so please stay connected.